So I came back from Tanzania with PTSD, which I never told Tom about, and I actually stopped working with Tom for a few months. And since then I've actually just put quite a bit of weight back on again. On the last day in Tanzania, unfortunately, we were in a car crash, which unfortunately the fella on the motorbike, he died, and it was quite a horrific scene. We went and climbed my first peak, which was Penigent in the Yorkshire Dales. And then from there, we decided to set a goal that I'd go and climb the biggest freestanding mountain in the world in Mount Kilimanjaro.
As you do.
As you do. Now, I'm pleased to say, obviously, last September 2024, I actually completed that goal, which was absolutely incredible. Just after Kilimanjaro, on the last day in Tanzania, unfortunately, we were in a car crash with a motorbike, which unfortunately the fella on the motorbike, he died, and it was quite a horrific scene. So I came back from Tanzania with PTSD, which I never told Tom about, and I actually stopped working with Tom for a few months. And since then I've actually just put quite a bit of weight back on again. I've had to really work on my mindset again, and I need Tom to hold me accountable and get me confident to go back in the gym again and lose the weight.
This is the first time that I'm hearing that this has happened to Elliot while he was away, and that must have been an awful thing for him to go through. One thing that I'm aware of is that when Elliot feels vulnerable, when he feels not in a great place, for example, he will go back to that comfort zone, as we all do, and he can go back to eating things that are not necessarily helping him, to responding in a way that's not going to align with his long-term health goals. So that's going to be a big part of this for Elliot, to continue to take steps forward even though he might not be feeling fantastic.
Yes, obviously I've been working with you before Kilimanjaro for about a year and a bit, haven't I? And when I first met you, my mindset was terrible. I was one that blamed everybody but myself, my issues. You know, we used to, when I first started working with you, I hated the gym. I wasn't very confident. So the one thing we did to start with is we used to just go for walks, didn't we, around the Valley Gardens?
Yeah.
Have a chat, and that really helped with not just my mindset in the gym, but just my mindset in my personal life, really.
So the goal is to lose a stone.
Yep.
And what changes do you anticipate you'll need to make in order to get there, and how do you kind of feel about that as well?
So I'm quite nervous about it because obviously I've got a family, I've got 3 young girls, and trying to get them to eat homemade cooked food is difficult.
The challenge with Elliot is thinking about his home routines. You can be training like the clappers, but if you're coming home and you're eating this and eating that, making excuses here and there, it's going to be challenging. So he's going to need to make some big changes, and I know that's going to be painful. For anyone to make sustained change in their health, it is painful. We have to accept that.
That's the thing, my breakfast and my lunches, I'm quite confident that I can fit them into a, you know, I don't want to say diet because I think diet's a terrible word to use. However, I can definitely eat a lot more healthier, and I can be mindful of what I'm eating for breakfast and lunch. For tea, that's where it becomes difficult because he's cooking loads of different meals. Obviously, from a budget perspective as well, it's more food if I end up cooking for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And time as well. You know, I'm a busy guy. The kids have, you know, they go to brownies, swimming and stuff like that on evenings. So preparation time is we have to do a lot of prepping to make sure that we do cook healthy meals. So yeah, I think that's the challenge. The gym, again, I have no issues with getting up in the morning. I'm very good with, I do my morning routine now. However, going to the gym, it just doesn't excite me. So I've got to try and find that passion and excitement for it, really. And again, that's why I'm hoping you're going to help me, Tom.
That's the thing with training, right? You're not always going to feel super excited to go to the gym. It's a chore, but it's a chore that if you repeat and you start to develop discipline on, the results come. And then the results are a lot more addictive. So I think Elliot needs to reframe his thinking away from, I need to wait until I'm inspired, but instead, how can I create the disciplines? Then I can start to build momentum. Because there's nobody who's going to come and save Elliot. He has to do this himself.
But I'm also one of them people, again, from the mindset stuff, when it comes to business, personal life, I'm really good with not making excuses now. I don't blame anybody else. When it comes to my diet and my fitness, I still blame other people. I'll blame Zoe for buying some cookies for herself. I don't want a nice approach because I feel like when people are being nice to me and don't think they're really holding me accountable, my personality, I like it when people are just direct and honest with me. I don't want people beating around the bush. I just like honesty and I don't take things personally. However, if you're not holding me accountable, I will use it as an excuse to blame you.
I feel like Elliot's in a really good place to do this. He's determined to do it. He's shown that he can do it.
So day one, I've started back with Tom on my new fitness journey. I can't wait to lose all this weight, so we'll see what happens. Feeling slightly nervous.